Hello, you beautiful humans. Welcome back to Unmuted Love. I'm C. Eshelman, attachment and trauma specialist, mom, and professional breaker of generational missteps. I'm back with my usual autumn hopes and wishes for all of you. Today, we're talking about the emotional gymnastics known as the holidays with children from difficult beginnings. This time of year is dished up to us with Instapics of families in matching pajamas, nostalgic music, the kind of frosted cookies you can never make look very good, with children who appear always smiling instead of screaming, and, extended families who offer supportive hugs and gifts wrapped in blue and white and red and green and yellow, depending on the holiday you're celebrating. I have some pictures like that too. I definitely have posted them. Only I know that what looks like serious cuteness in those red and white gingham jammies is serious stress, angst, fear, and only a moment here and there of joy. Those were the early years of parenting children with trauma backgrounds for me. My kids didn't know about any of the cultural expectation for sweetness and light. They were just trying to survive me and the rest of the family during what seemed like it all should be fun, but felt like way too much anxiety and overload in the end. And of course, there were the meltdowns over the wrong kind of potatoes, kids flipping out over no chocolate cake on a table filled with everything else chocolate imaginable, except chocolate cake, aunties and unks and cousins with opinions about me and my kids, someone judging my parenting from across the room while eating their weight in stuffing, and then there was my complete surrender to taking a nap in the middle of opening presents one year. Let someone else parent my kids since they thought they could do it better. How about y'all give it a whirl? I'm going to go take a nap. One holiday, by the end of the day, both of my kids had run away down a busy street in an unfamiliar city after the gray sky was no longer lighting the way. That was fun. Everybody was fine. We did find them. No one was hurt. No animals were maimed in the making of that particular movie. Any of this sound familiar to you? Well, if it does, you're in the right place. If your child experienced difficult beginnings, early trauma, foster care stays, abandonment, neglect, abuse, then holidays can be truly delightful. They truly can, and also truly stressful. They can be a full body threat response in sort of ribbons and bows. Routines, gone. Predictability, gone. Bedtimes, gone. There's noise, crowds, smells, bright lights, unfamiliar faces, and tiredness beyond compare. For a nervous system shaped by trauma, this isn't exactly festive. Nope, it's like being dropped into Times Square with a sign that says, open season on kids, open season on parents. So when your child melts down, screams, breaks things, throws things, refuses to engage with the rest of the family, clings to you like a terrified koala bear, goes into rage, shuts down, or creates chaos everywhere, we tend to feel disrespected and that they're being little ungrateful tyrants, but that's not it. That's what it sounds like. It's a survival brain doing its job. And here comes the extra fun part. Someone in my family inevitably would say something like, if she were my kid, she'd learn real quick. Or someone says to one of my kids, don't be a baby, you're too old to act like that. And then later, you need to spank his butt a few times. And suddenly your own nervous system is like, fight? Fight harder? Or run away, never come back. I've been there. I've sat in the bathroom to breathe many, many years trying not to cry and be flipped into, I don't know, the age of my birth order maybe, 2. Here's the secret to life. You cannot control other people. Did you know that's a secret to life? Well, it is. Let me repeat it. You cannot control other people, your children, their children, or other adults. You cannot make people understand trauma. You cannot make them approve of your therapeutic parenting. You cannot force them to stop giving you their 1955 version of effective parenting tips. Now, what you can do is you can calm your nervous system, right? Choose your responses. Set your boundaries. Reserve your energy for things that really matter to you. And when you stop participating in the old reactive dance, the dance changes one step at a time. It really does. There's happiness in that. And there's power there in breaking generational patterns in real time. So folks, face it, you will get triggered. Welcome to being a human with a human body in a human world, doing the amp up to the holiday celebration. It's just the way it is. The key is not to expect to be regulated all the time. Nope, not possible. What is possible is to interrupt it all. Stop the escalation inside yourself by interrupting the upset. You have probably heard me give this advice many times by now, but I'm telling you this over and over because it actually works. Stop. Drop your agenda. Breathe. Stop means don't reply. Don't defend yourself. Don't explain yourself. Just pause, then drop. Drop the agenda to be understood. Drop the fantasy that they'll suddenly get it. Drop the need to educate mid-crisis what's going on. And drop the desire to stop your child in his or her tracks as if you could for long anyway. Not everything must be solved in the middle of the pie course on Thanksgiving Day. And then finally breathe. Your amygdala is in a full runaway sleigh mode. Long exhales turn your thinking back on because short ones, when you are in fight, flight, or freeze, actually turn your brain off. In through your nose, hold it. Out through your mouth longer, hold it. Repeat until you can feel grounded again. Say to yourself, this is not an emergency. That is one of my favorite sentences. This is not an emergency. Then, my friends, go take a walk. Cry a little bit. Stand outside with your face in the blowing snow if you need to. Laugh hysterically at how ridiculous this all can be. Call a friend. Hide in the bathroom, my favorite place during the holidays. And when you regulate first, your wisdom will come. You know that saying, if you build it, they will come. Well, when you regulate, your wisdom will come. Here are some ready-to-use lines that don't require a fight. You can just say them. I appreciate your care, but we're parenting differently. Or, please let me do the parenting of my child, Mom. Or, we're taking a break right now. We'll be back later. Or, I'm not available for advice today, Dad. Or, this conversation isn't really being helpful for me. Let's stop while we're ahead. And if someone in your family keeps pushing, it's probably time we hit the road, is something you could say. Everyone's getting tired. It's probably time we hit the road. That's not drama. That's protection. That's family leadership. And that's what you are. You're a family leader. And sometimes you have to just take it by the reins and move along. You're likely parenting a child whose brain once believed love was unsafe. Now, not all kids feel that way who come from difficult beginnings, but many, many do. That is heart work. So keep your heart in self-cared for shape. Anyone who doesn't understand that doesn't get a say. What if this holiday you make a decision to commit to radical acceptance? That means whatever comes your way, tell yourself, hey, this belongs. This is what is. Staying regulated, protecting safety, claiming peace, choosing connection over correction. Your child doesn't need a perfect holiday, and they don't need to be perfect during the holidays. Remember that. They need a regulated you, right? And that's enough. More than enough, actually. That is creating a new generational parenting message. Don't forget to join our VIP parent program to get today's holiday mashup printable. You'll want to be reminded when you get to the in-laws of all these things I'm talking about. You can subscribe by going to patreon.com/unmutedlove. That's patreon.com/unmutedlove. Hey, you all, I am wishing you all delightfully curated holidays across the next couple of months. Do what you need to do to protect your nervous system and your child's nervous system. Here are some quick tips. First of all, take preferred snacks with you, the ones you usually don't give, but you're going to need to give them now. Leave early from things that are not going very well. Say no. Take breaks. Skip hosting events at your own house. Order takeout. Watch movies in your pajamas. Proudly post Instagram pictures. You can title them Our Real Life during the holidays. This season's not about proving anything. You're not proving anything to anybody and you don't have to. Nothing at all. It's about choosing love. Not the fake kind, the really hard kind. This is the really hard kind, the messy, honor yourself and your family, stick with your values kind of love. Folks, I am always in your corner. I'm sending love from my messy life to yours, and I will see you in the next episode of Unmuted Love, where nothing is off limits to talk about with me about parenting children from difficult beginnings. Remember, your love matters when more than love is required. See you in the next episode.